I'm Rod Rodriguez. Welcome to the Back Brief. I have, again, the amazing Jack Murphy, Connecting Vets reporter, and we have got a couple of topics this week we have to cover. It's been a busy week in the world of veteran news, and of course, here to help me along, Jack Murphy. Jack, how are you, bud? I'm good, man. I'm good. Crazy week, but let's start off with some good news. Veterans Day. What is going on with Veterans Day? You wrote an article about this for Connecting Vets. What did you uncover? Is there any? Tell me there's no ugly, horrible side to Veterans Day.
No, not a horrible, ugly side. I wrote an article getting the thoughts and opinions of various veterans about their thoughts on that day, what that holiday means to them. And there's a lot of mixed opinions and mixed thoughts. It's kind of complicated for a lot of veterans. We're a diverse group of people, so there's a diverse set of opinions. And it's just interesting to hear that, I think that day means one thing to civilians and it means something else to veterans. And for a lot of veterans, it's kind of an awkward moment or experience to kind of have this spotlight shined on them that maybe they weren't expecting or didn't really want.
So is it weird for you still when you get the Veterans Day, thank you for your service, you're an American hero, you're Rambo plus. How does Jack Murphy deal with the thank you for your service?
I just try to be polite and say thank you or you're welcome, and just try not to definitely nobody wants to see you act like a veteran douchebag. Accept the gratitude and be open and talk to people. As we've talked and many have talked, spilled a lot of ink over the so-called civil military divide, and that we have a citizenry that is disconnected from the military. And whenever those civilians get to meet a veteran on Veterans Day, particularly Veterans Day events are one of those moments where I think those sorts of meetings happen quite a bit. It's an opportunity to tell people a little bit about what it's like to be a soldier, what it's like to be at war. So there can be a sort of educational experience or sort of sharing experience that comes out of that. And I would never want to waste that opportunity by not taking somebody seriously or acting flippantly when they thank you for your service.
The thing that always gets me, and during the rest of the year, I will take a veterans discount. Shout out to Lowe's and Home Depot. You guys have saved me so much money. But when it comes to Veterans Day, the thing that kind of always kind of stood out to me and kind of rubbed my fur the wrong way was the free stuff, the free meals. I would see was the Applebee's, a line outside the side of vets waiting to get their free meal of the day. It just felt weird to me. Will we see you and at the Applebee's or Acclaim Jumpers?
No. And it's very much a trope. Several veterans brought that up to me, one saying, it's the day when we get free meals. Am I right? Another young woman brought up to me, this day, is it about me getting a free bloomin' onion? So yeah, it's something we laugh about. But at the same time, there are also veterans out there who are destitute and could they could use a free meal. So, I mean, yeah, like a free meal at Applebee's for like me is kind of silly, but there are other people out there who I'm sure it's much appreciated and meaningful.
I remember a couple of years ago, my parents took me out to a Golden Corral. Wow. That was an experience in and of itself. Not a fan of Golden Corral. I'm sorry, Golden Corral. Just not a fan. Applebee's it's got my heart. But I was having my meal, and my parents are very proud of me and all this good stuff. And there is a Navy vet sitting by himself, having his meal. And I got up, and he was a World War II guy, and I thanked him for his service. And this guy looked at me with this like, whoa, like I don't think he's gotten that in a very long time. So that kind of stood out to me. And I encourage other veterans, it's not about you. It's not about us. It's really about them. I try and say them, like other veterans.
Yeah.
go out there, thank somebody for their service. There's a lot of Vietnam vets out there, man, who still feel like
alienated.
Yeah, they're alienated. They don't feel like they ever really got a thank you, or even not even a thank you. They didn't want to thank you. They just wanted like acknowledgement, like you did something and it was okay. You're not a monster.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I think a lot of it's funny, our generation of veterans, like when we think of veterans, we tend to think of our fathers and grandfathers and people who fought communism and fascism. And, those were the guys who like really had to deal with some hardcore war. And we're just kind of standing on their shoulders. So, yeah, it's sort of funny how that works. We have that sort of a reverence for the OGs and some elder worship in the military, and rightly so. And, like you said, I mean, there are veterans out there who feel alienated and they feel alone. If there's a moment where you can connect with them and lift them up a little bit, then, it's a good thing. And I mean, yeah, we scoff at, some of the theatrics, I guess you could say, at Veterans Day, but you also have to keep in mind, it's not all about me. Like there's other people out there. And there's other people out there. Maybe they need a free meal. There's other people out there. Maybe they need a little bit of, and deserve a little bit of acknowledgement.
Had a wonderful team breakfast one morning with the sergeant major, brigade sergeant major, years and years ago. And as we're leaving, somebody walks up to him and says, thank you for your service. They shake his hand and he looks at them and says, thank you for your support. And that stuck out to me. That is a moment that really kind of stuck out to me, because it was the answer to my question of what do I say when somebody says thank you for your support? Because up until that point, I was like, you're welcome. You're like, that sounds like shit. Like, you're welcome for my amazingness. So my advice to folks out there is, if you are a veteran and somebody does say, thanks you for your service, thank them for their support. Without their support, we can't do what we do. And I think that goes a long way for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the military in this country is very fortunate to have such overwhelming public support. It's one of those just amazing things about this country. People shouldn't take it for granted either. And a lot of civilians, they may not understand the military or war or how things work, but they do have their heart in the right place. And at least that's potentially a bridge to build something bigger and more meaningful.